women empowerment is a very major factor in terms of opening up the minds of women who are mostly stuck in their households. They are not connected to the outside world. How do you think, Seema, such women empowerment can translate into better nutritional outcomes for mothers and their children?
Yeah, so what I feel is that if you look at the systems, I think the systems and multiple stakeholders have tried to reach even to the PVTG communities or the most remote communities, and we see that there's a multiplicity of programs, whether ICDS or Poshan Abhiyan or so on. And PDS functioning also has drastically improved from our experience in all the Hindi speaking states. And that on social norms, we had a very successful experiment during COVID that all of us learned how to wash our hands and to wear masks. But when it comes to social norms related to gender, I think there's hardly any change in any single family, whether the poorest or the richest or the middle class. That is where the challenge lies. I mean, how many men can you get to do work within the household? I mean, despite all again, I just want to go back to all the developmental paradigms we have had and a kind of theorization around this developmental paradigms. We don't see that men are sufficiently taking care of the household tasks. Finally, all the unpaid role is just taken care of by women. Even during postnatal or prenatal period, there is hardly a male accompanying woman to the hospital and not even receiving any advice. So the registration is mostly done, pregnancy registration is mostly done because there are schemes like Matru Bandhana Yojana or Janani Janma Suraksha. Otherwise, the family is hardly interested in what happens to her during prenatal and postnatal. And very interesting anecdote that the women themselves were quoting is that if it is a girl child, they are asked not to feed, even do proper breastfeeding, they immediately need to start working. And there is a difference even in terms of the breastfeeding for boy children and the girl children, which is a kind of violation of basic human right. So from our experience, where agency enhancement is taking place through the various empowerment programs, which are not just about women as a mother, it's about woman identity as a citizen of the country, as her own identity as a woman, then there is a change in the way she thinks about her own nutrition. So I feel that if they were embedded in all the programs, whether it is a health program or the ICDS program or the rural livelihood programs, if gender is embedded within these programs, then it could make a change in the way women look at themselves and their own needs. So this is what I have to say.